Hard hand-checking by Hargrove. And it's really getting rough down there. Shaw in the corner. One bounce pass to Milton at the post. The taggers are standing around. They're not showing much movement. Shaw loses Kramer. Wrap around pass for Milton. Shaw lays it up and in. 87-89. The taggers lead by 2. Right, Rogers inbounds the ball to Preston. Branston steals the ball. Let's go a beautiful pass to Milton underneath, up and in. Okay, ball inbounded by Rogers. Lorring dribbling down court. Checked by Shaw. Hargrove shoots a hook over Milton. Beautiful shot. Picture play. Hargrove and Ryan with the rebound.
All right, boys, put the guns down. I'm a police officer.
What do you know? Rent-a-cop from up at the college. You ain't even a real pig. No gun either? Now, how's anybody supposed to know you're a cop? You gotta wear this badge where folks can see it. Huh? I'm gonna pin this to your nose. Over. Okay, boys. Let's get on with it.
Cash register. Open it up. Go, move!
How are you,
Fine,
Jim?
just fine.
You look good.
You look beautiful. Everything looks beautiful.
That's where you'll be working.
Green. Lots of green. How's Quartz?
In the hospital.
What?
Damn fool got his leg broke.
Well, how did it happen?
Get in the car. I'll tell you about it.
You got a nurse under there?
Oh, hey, Jim! Hey! Hey! God damn it. Hey, you made it. Huh? Hey, how about that? But I'll be out by tomorrow.
You wouldn't have been in here in the first place if you hadn't made that asshole play.
Well, you know how it is with me. Once a cop, always a cop. Gee, Good to see you out.
Good to be out.
Sit down, sit down. Let me look at you. Hey, by God. You look just like an ex-con.
I am.
Oh, by the way, you can start at college anytime you want.
Sooner the better.
Well, you got the midnight to 8 a.m. shift, and it's a horseshit job, Jim.
Same as yours.
Hey, hell, I'm cheap. I got me a car, got me an office. Don't have to wear no monkey suit.
And you're hated.
Well, I had to do something, Jim. Damn farm was eating up all my retirement pay. You see, Jim, I was born down here. Hell, in those days, a farmer could make out, but now...
Mr. Willinger, you'll get back in bed.
Yes, ma'am.
See you, Chief.
Okay, Terry. See you same time next month. Bye. Bye. Jimmy, what are you doing here? What happened?
Could I talk to you for a few minutes, Miss Thorpe?
Yeah, sure. Come in. You Mr. Slade?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'll be with you in a minute. You tell him to call me back as soon as he gets off the line. I'm sorry about this, Jimmy. Look, you go back to work and I'll take care of it. Okay? Stay cool.
Thank you, Miss Thorpe.
Mr. Slade, you can come in now. Pull up a chair. Would you like some coffee? It's fresh.
No, thanks.
Cigarette?
Thank you, no.
Well, how does it feel to be out?
Feels good.
You'll be staying with the Willingers.
For the time being, yes.
Nice people. How's Quartz getting on?
It's fine. He'll be home today.
He's a brave man. Hello? Yes, Jack, I want to talk to you very much. Jimmy Gill was just in here. Listen, Jack, I was there. No, not later, right now. Damn it. Be back in a minute.
Morning, Linda.
That fat-headed deputy of yours roughed up Jimmy Gill.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
No, I will not wait a minute. You should see that kid's face.
Yeah, he probably got smart ass.
Virgil's a sadist, and you know it.
God damn it, Virgil's got to do his job.
Anytime anyone spits on the sidewalk, you roust one of my people.
Car 22's on the horn, Sheriff.
All right. For Christ's sake, Linda. No, we ain't talking about, what's his name? Martin Luther King? That kid, Jimmy Gill, been up for armed robbery.
He's also on parole.
I know.
And he has the same rights, if not the same privileges, as any other citizen.
Okay. Okay. I'll look into it.
All right, Jack. But I'm warning you. If your people keep harassing my people, I'm going to take it upstairs. Have a nice day.
That's what happens when they put a broad in a man's job.
Broad my ass. Got a bigger pecker than you have.
Mr. Slade!
Mr. Slade!
You seem busy. I thought I'd come back later.
I know, I'm sorry. We can talk now.
Mrs. Thorpe, I think I can save you a little time. I know the rules. Immediately upon your release, report to your parole officer. I have. Only with the permission of your parole officer can you leave the county of your residence or change your address. Any change in employment must be approved by your parole officer. You shall not consume alcoholic beverages to excess. You shall not possess, use, or traffic in narcotic drugs. You shall not possess, use, or have under your control any deadly weapons or firearms.
Wait a minute, where are we going?
To catch my bus. You shall not operate any motor vehicle without a valid driver's license and the written permission of your parole officer. And that, Mrs. Thorpe, about covers it.
Except for one thing. You shall not associate with former inmates of penal institutions or individuals of bad character.
I guess I'll have to make new friends, won't I?
I think you will.
See ya.
Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Sam.
Cold night, wasn't it?
Damn cold.
Nights like that, Jim, you ought to stretch out on one of them cots in the boiler room.
If I did, somebody sure as hell steal the school.
And thou shalt not enter into heaven anything that defile it. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, the nakedness of thy father, or the nakedness of thy mother, shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother, thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover. It is wickedness. The nakedness of thy sister, daughter of thy father, or daughter of thy mother.
There's been some complaints
even
in the girls'
their
dormitory.
nakedness
Them's the
thou
sinners that should
shalt
heed the
not
word.
uncover.
Thank you.
Damn whores.
What the hell are you laughing at?
A damn fool.
No reason not to stay in shape.
No, but you might fall on your ass and break your other leg.
The hell I will, old buddy. I'm gonna be back on the job next week. You watch this. See you at the house.
Morning, sir.
You're new here.
Yes, sir. My name is Slade. I started Tuesday.
I'm Dr. Pritchett. How long has it been since you checked this building?
About an hour ago in my regular rounds. I was just opening up for the day. I noticed that door.
It seems somebody's broken in here. Tape recordings are missing.
Are you sure?
Yes, I locked them in the desk. It seems somebody's stolen them.
I'll notify the sheriff's office.
Oh, no, I'd rather you wouldn't. Dean Collins doesn't like to have police on the campus. They can be a very disturbing influence. Mr. Willinger's always been able to deal with this sort of thing. Actually, the tapes had no value. I don't know why anyone would want to steal them.
What kind of tapes were they, sir?
Well, my department offers psychological counseling. Not as complex as psychotherapy, but the same technique. You see, if a student doesn't have an appointment, he can get things off his chest on tape whenever he has the urge. There were 3 tapes left here yesterday.
Have you played them?
Well, unfortunately, no. I had some papers to grade last night.
Did you know whose tapes they were?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I've jotted their names down here someplace. Wait a minute. Yes, here they are.
Maybe one of them changed their mind.
What do you mean?
Didn't want you to play the tape, so we took all three to avoid suspicion.
Oh, I doubt it. They know all they'd have to do is call me and I'd destroy the tape without listening to it. Damn it, I've got an early class this morning. They'll have to be notified, of course.
Maybe I can be of some help. Would you like me to tell them for you?
Well, that would be most helpful, thank you.
Doctor?
Oh, shit!
Did you tell anyone you made it?
No, I don't go around telling people I need psych counseling.
How about your boyfriend?
Harry? He doesn't even know I made it.
Did you talk about Harry on the tape?
He is all I talked about. Oh, my God, now it's going to be all over campus and... Oh, Jesus, Harry will kill me. Oh, shit.
Those tapes were supposed to be confidential. What the hell do I care? It's all bullshit anyway. You know why I made those tapes? Because I like to put that phony Pritchett on. You think I'm worried about that mini-skirted little cheerleader letting that Neanderthal fullback baller in the backseat of his hopped-up Pontiac? Well, it just turns me on to blow smoke up Pritchett's ass. Once I told him I was queer for diseased owls, and would you believe it, but that creep bought it.
Mark Antony.
Excuse me, sir.
I really can't see anybody breaking a lock just to get my tape.
Was the lock broken?
I'm psychic.
You don't seem very upset by the theft, Miss Claymore.
I'm not. It was mostly poetry, my own. I thought Dr. Pritchett might learn something about me from it.
Miss Claiborne, I think it was your tape the thief was after.
Why do you say that?
You're much too cool. The other two students took it hard. I have to believe that nobody wants anything as intimate as a talk with a psychologist exposed.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes.
I think there was more than poetry on your tape, and that you know who took it.
Fuck off.
Natalie Claiborne, huh? Philip Claiborne's daughter, state senator. Pretty near runs the state. Supposed to be next in line for governor, loaded.
Maybe there's a blackmail angle.
Jim, them tapes is gonna turn out to be kid stuff. Hell, man, this is Jordan, it ain't Chicago.
Morning. Don't get up. Well, this is a wholesome little domestic scene. A joy to a parole officer's heart.
You're just in time for lunch. Fresh trout.
No, thanks. This visit is official. I'm supposed to check out Mr. Slade's living quarters.
Oh, Jesus, Judy, get rid of the heroin and them broads.
Come on in.
Who's her husband?
Ain't one. Divorced.
She's from around here?
Chicago.
Chicago?
Mm-hmm. Oh, she come here about a year ago.
Who's she living with?
You dig her, don't you?
Well, don't you?
Well, as far as I know, she lives alone.
What a waste.
I agree. Here's a little present for her. Wait till she takes Steve. Yeah, I caught 30 of them last week. And what the hell, Jim, with the price of meat for it? Yes, you have.
Thanks. Are you sure you won't stay for lunch?
No, thanks.
Hey, we gonna get to keep him?
Yeah, for the time being. I'll take a rain check on the lunch.
Anytime.
Well, that's what you're missing. I caught them beauties last week. Now, if you let them thaw, don't refreeze them, cook them.
Yes, I will. Bye-bye, Judy.
Bye.
Mr. Slade? How's it going?
Fine. Got my driver's license.
Good.
Still need your written permission, though.
Go ahead and drive. I'll mail it to you. How's the job?
It's okay.
Not exactly like police work, is it?
No, ma'am, it's a night watchman.
Made any friends?
Met a few people.
Any female?
Just you.
You're due at the office on Tuesday. I'll see you then.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on, Natalie, get in.
I've got to wait a while.
Natalie, I got a midterm in the morning. Now, will you get in?
There's somebody I've got to see.
What have you been doing for the last hour here?
Dreaming of a white Christmas.
Okay, Claiborne, who is he?
None of your business.
Damn you.
You're supposed to be back on the campus by 12.
You gonna think on me?
I should.
Bastard. Hey, pour me another.
You do, and I'll break your arm. Now, what are you doing in town at this hour?
Tell me, Dick Tracy.
You're after that stolen tape. Did you get it?
Up and do it. Ain't nothing to it. Oh, you gotta hold
Miss Claiborne, why don't you tell me who took that tape?
No. No.
All right, no more questions. Come on, I'll drive you home. You've got to be in by 12, and I've got to be to work. Or we're both in trouble.
No.
coming in. Hang on. What happened to you?
I fell on my ass. Who's that?
Dean Collins.
Oh, the Dean.
Yes, sir? What? Is my man there? Listen, Jim, I'll notify the sheriff's office. You stand by in case he gets there.
What is it?
Co-ed's been killed.
My God.
This is Betty Childress, Mr. Slade. She discovered the body. I know you had a shock, Betty, but if there's anything you can tell us.
I came to wake Natalie. We had an early class. And she didn't answer when I knocked. So I tried the door, and it was unlocked, so I came in. And I found her like that.
How well did you know Miss Claiborne?
Well, I suppose I knew her as well as anybody. Up until a few months ago, I was her roommate. She was a moody girl, strange.
In what way?
I don't know. She wouldn't talk much about herself.
You want to go to your room, Betty?
No, I'm all right.
You were her roommate.
Yes.
Why did you leave?
Natalie asked me to. It wasn't mean or anything like that. She just wanted more privacy.
She have any boyfriends?
She saw a lot of one of the boys here, Arthur King.
Anybody else?
If there was somebody else, she never mentioned him. But she never let a boy come up to the room.
Who's Waldo Mason?
One of our professors. He teaches law.
The sheriff is on his way up, Miss Childress. He'll want to ask you a few questions, but don't you be frightened.
Who found her?
Miss Childress here.
Did people touch anything?
Why, no, Sheriff.
All right, boy. Get busy. I don't know you. You new here?
I'm on the midnight shift.
I sent for Mr. Slade.
Oh, yeah, Slade. One of Linda Thorpe's parolees. Chicago cop, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I heard about you.
We're aware of Mr. Slade's record.
Who else is here tonight?
Just the janitor. And the gardener comes on about 6 in the morning.
Dig him up, will you, Vernon?
Yes, sir.
Sure let those kids run wild. 10 to 1, that snail's knocked up. You check that out, Doc.
Just one, please, Sheriff.
Get him out of here. Close the door. How'd you happen to find her?
I already told Mr. Slade.
You can go. Don't get lost. I'd like to talk to you later. All right, honey. Let's start from the beginning. Come on in, Slade.
I'm off now. You wanted to talk to me?
Yes, sit down. Come on, sit down. Now, you tell us about that stuff.
some rags I picked out of a trash barrel to clean up with.
You notice that stuff's been poured over a lot? What would they make of that in a big city?
I guess the same thing you'd make of it, Sheriff.
Take a look at it.
I read the good book, and I preach the gospel when the Spirit moves me, and I'm innocent of any crime in the sight of the Lord.
Sit down and shut up. He's a lay preacher, one of them crackpot churches we've got around here. Found some religious literature in his junk. Some not so religious.
That's the filth they use to corrupt the minds of American youth. I show it to my congregation and denounce the sinners who peddle it.
No, I bet you do. Bet you boys sit around and cluck your tongues and get bug-eyed and work yourselves up in a good holy sweat.
As God is my witness.
Well, you're gonna need him. Found his prints all over the murder room.
Wouldn't that figure, Sheriff?
You mean him being the janitor?
That's right.
Half the snails in that dorm found him swiping their underwear after they hung it out to dry.
I guess you caught yourself a dirty old man.
No, I caught myself murdered.
No!
You did yourself a little window shopping in that dorm last night. There's a light on in the Claiborne girl's room because she was reading. The harlot room? Yeah, you had your eyes on that girl. I mean, she looked all honey and innocent on the outside. But you knew that her mind and her body were as full of sin as Satan's heart, huh? So you went up, knocked on the door, told her you were there to fix the plumbing. Probably had a wrench in your hand. Make it more convincing. So she let you in. And you made your pitch. But she called you a raunchy pervert, not the Lord's good right hand. And then she screamed. You cold-cocked her with a wrench. You gave her the punishment good Lord intended.
No!
Didn't you?
No!
Take him in, Burt. Well, all we need is the wrench. It'll turn up somewhere.
There you go now, Sheriff?
Yeah. You don't think that's a man?
No, I don't.
10 to 1 he is.
You got a bet, Sheriff.
Just don't underestimate Casey. He ain't no fool.
He's not going to go to trial without tying the janitor to the murder weapon. He hasn't found one.
Casey's a mean bastard. If he has to, he'll plant a wrench with the janitor's prints on it.
I don't believe Ewing did it.
Maybe not. You never know.
What do you make of this?
What the hell is that?
Found it in the Claiborne girl's room. It's a poem. I copied it.
What does it mean?
I was afraid you were going to ask me that.
You two sound just like the old days.
You know how it is, honey. Once a cop.
Always a cop, I know. That's how you broke your leg. And that's how you can break your parole.
Jim, she's right.
I keep forgetting.
Well, don't. And if you say once a cop, once again, I'm gonna hit you with this pot.
Arthur King?
Yeah?
Thought you might like to have this.
What is it?
It's an unfinished poem of Natalie Claiborne's.
This isn't her handwriting.
I copied it from a notebook in her room. I thought it might be meant for you.
Why me?
It was written to a lover. I understand you saw a lot of her.
Mr.
Have you ever heard of the generation gap?
Yeah.
Well, it just got wider. Fuck off.
What Natalie told me to do.
Look, what is this bullshit? What are you after?
Her killer?
The sheriff's got her killer.
I don't think so. I think it was ever she was writing this poem to.
Well, she sure as hell wasn't writing it to me.
Whoever killed her, I'd sure like to nail him.
Why? And what's it to you? You're no cop.
Force of habit, I guess. There's something about that kid. She seemed lost. How well did you know her?
You mean, was I balling her?
Yeah.
The answer's no. No one was getting to Natalie, not that way.
How about this, this Janus?
Janus. It's a Roman god with two faces. Whoever she was writing this to. The traitor.
And, Mytilene?
Middling. Greek, I think. Natalie was hooked on mythology.
You drive a red van, I believe.
Yeah, with a yin-yang flag.
I drove Natalie home the night you stranded her in Jordan City. Where did you go afterwards?
Back here, crammed for a midterm.
Alone?
Yeah.
That's bad, son. No alibi.
What's your alibi? You drove her home the night of the murder?
Yeah.
You were the last one to see her?
You won't like this, but you'd make one hell of a cop. Thanks for the information. Professor Mason?
Yes?
I wonder if I could...
Oh, you're Slade. You're the new man. Well, come on in. Come in. Dean Collins and I were chatting about you last night at the faculty meeting. You have a very interesting background. You're investigating the Claiborne girl's killing?
The sheriff is investigating the case.
Yes, I understand perfectly. You know, I'm something of an amateur sleuth myself, you know. I read the newspapers. I look for clues between the lines. Like that book. You're wondering how it got there.
No, I know how it got here. What I was wondering was why Betty Childers took it out of Natalie Claiborne's room, and how it got into Natalie Claiborne's room in the first place.
Excellent. Coffee?
No, thanks.
Well, go on. Do go on. Let's see your deductive powers.
This place looks like a co-ed trap to me. Natalie's been here. You'll into this book. Betty saw the book in Natalie's room this morning and realized that it tied you into Natalie. She was afraid the sheriff might spot it, so she brought it back to you. In fact, she cared so much about you that she was crying just now as she left. She was jealous.
By God, regular PhD of a night watchman. Listen, I teach law mostly, but also criminology and penology. Those are my real interests. Now, how about you giving a couple of guest lectures to some of my classes? It'd be a breeze for you. Make them question and answer sessions, if you'd like.
Professor, you been playing around with Betty Childers?
No gentleman would answer that question.
You just did.
Touché.
How about Natalie?
Oh, Mr. Slade, I am a connoisseur of young girls. Not statutory rape young, but young. However, it was Natalie who chased after me.
She was in love with you?
No, hell no. I had some crazy idea I might be her father.
Father?
I don't think I want to get into that.
You started the game, Professor.
So I did. Does that oblige me to finish it? Natalie's mother and I, 20 years ago, were students here.
She was quite a swinger. She left the college to marry Philip Claiborne and gave birth to Natalie and killed herself not too long afterward.
Could you have been Natalie's father?
No, I'm afraid not. The dates make that quite impossible. That's the craziest hang-up I ever saw. In my judgment, not so much that Natalie wanted me to be her father. She wanted Philip Claiborne not to be. Hated him. Hated him. Wouldn't take a cent of his money. Lived on a trust fund her mother left her. Any of this helping you?
Professor, this painting, signature KM. You know whose it is?
Well, Carl Matterman. He's the local Rembrandt. He teaches some part-time art classes, runs an arty-farty little gallery down in Jordan City. I gather you don't think the janitor killed Natalie.
No, I don't.
Any idea who?
You, maybe.
Why me?
Natalie made a tape for Dr. Pritchard. If she named you on it as her lover, I imagine it'd play hell with your academic career.
Yeah, that's rather loose talk. You could get to be quite a nuisance, Mr. Slade. Allow me to give you a little free legal counsel. As an ex-cop, I'm sure you know that criminal libel is a felony. And you are an ex-con, and you are on parole.
Thanks for the information, Professor. And of course, for the advice.
You know that Slade was with the Claiborne girl night of the murder?
No.
Well, neither did I. He never said a damn thing to me about it.
Did you ask him?
Oh, come on now, Linda. You know better than that. You should have told me. He's an ex-cop. He knows about that.
What's the difference if the janitor did it?
Well, I'm just telling you up front that when I get around to Slade, I don't want any squawks from you about rousting your people. Mr. Lamont.
Hello, Sheriff.
Reports? Linda Thorpe. Has Jim Slade left yet? He's not due until 6 o'clock, but I wanted to have a word with him first. It'll keep till he gets here. Okay, see you soon.
Problem?
Oh, the usual. This is a pleasant surprise. What are you doing down here?
Something not so pleasant. I just paid my taxes. You are coming by later, aren't you?
Oh, of course. Hello.
Hello, am I late?
Not a bit. Eddie Lamar, Jim Slade.
Mrs. Slade?
Lamar's. I passed your place.
But next time, drop in. I'll buy you a drink.
Thank you, I will.
See you later.
Bye, Eddie. Let's walk.
He's a good-looking man.
Isn't he?
Boyfriend?
He's married.
Boyfriend.
I like him. I've been worried about you. Casey says you were with the Claiborne girl the night of the murder.
That's right, she was stoned. I drove her back to the dorm.
Great.
It seemed the least I could do.
Mr. Slade, being a good Samaritan is a luxury a parolee can't afford. Especially with a mixed-up kid like Natalie Claiborne.
You knew her?
I was her probation officer for 3 months on a marijuana rap. I handle things like that for the school. Dean Collins likes to keep it out of the sheriff's office.
Did you get to know her well?
Not really. She never talked about herself much. Casey's going to give you trouble. And if it gets too rough, I want you to come to me.
Thank you. I will. Is that all?
Yes, I think so. Good night.
Good night.
Yes, Mr. Slade. I've been teaching at Jordan for the past 20 years. And I've been painting Jordan co-eds in the nude even longer than that. Ever since I was an art major. But what you really want to know is whether it was at their request or mine. Now, am I right?
No, sir. That would be none of my business, Mr. Metterman.
Drink?
No, thanks.
Artists, Mr. Slade, do not always have affairs with their models. I painted Natalie because she had a Rubenesque body, full and satisfying, like her mother's. I also painted when we were students here. Nude.
Did Natalie know that?
Now you're going to ask me, Mr. Slade, did I have an affair with Natalie's mother?
No, sir.
Yes, but it did cross your mind, didn't it? As a matter of fact, Natalie was quite obsessed with the thought. It turned out that that was the real reason she came to pose for me. It fascinated her to think that I might be her father. Have you ever had that problem?
No, sir.
I didn't think so. Good night, Mr. Slade.
That's 975, Mrs. Thorpe. Will that be charged?
Yes, please.
419 Elm, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Thorpe.
Something wrong?
No, nothing. Were you waiting for me?
Where's your car?
Oh, well, I only live a block from here. I walk to work.
I'll walk you home. Which way? How'd you ever get into parole work?
How'd you ever become a policeman?
My father was a cop and his father before him.
You like it?
Well, that's what I did best. I never thought of doing anything else.
No dreams of fame and fortune.
You don't have to stop a detective sergeant unless you shoot him at him.
That doesn't seem like you.
You're a cop. You live 24 hours a day with violence. You get used to violence.
Yes, you do. I was married for 3 years to a gangster. You name the racket, Jerry was in it.
Must have been tough.
Not at all. I knew when I married him. I knew from the beginning. There was plenty of money. We lived the good life. I liked it.
But you divorced him.
He was an animal.
Or 19 Elm, Leroy.
So I drifted for a while. London, Paris, New York, Las Vegas. And I ran out of money. Then I decided I'd better get to work. Parole officer is appointive here, not civil service. And I had some influential friends, so my past associations didn't get in the way. I think they figured I had so many criminal friends that I'd know how to deal with them. Here we are, Thanks for the company. Good night.
You know what would be nice? If you invited me in for a drink.
All right, Jim. Kitchen's in there.
Hit the lights, Charlie.
Jesus, Charlie, I think you killed him.
Well, couldn't see. His arms like a worm. Juicy, too. Where are we gonna do the tour, Leroy?
In the bedroom where you're supposed to.
Me first, son, Leroy?
Block K, okay? I'm first. You and Cash flip a coin for second. I'm first.
Are you all right?
Okay.
Let's go inside. I'm going to call a doctor.
Oh, that's all right.
Give me
It's
this.
just a cut.
Sit down. Those are the same three that beat up Quartz in the holdup at Lamar's. They got a bracelet from me that night, and I saw a woman in the market with it. She must have got my address from the clerk.
I think they were after me.
You?
Maybe I've been asking too many questions.
What have you been up to?
Talking to a few people about the Claiborne murder.
Jim, listen to me. You're not a cop anymore. I want you to go to Casey and tell him everything you know and stop behaving like a goddamn fool.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I haven't even thanked you for what you did.
It'd be nice if you give me that drink you promised me.
Yes. You sit here and I'll get dressed. Take you to the hospital and get that cut closed. And then you're going to Casey.
Can't say I blame him. Linda's good-looking broad.
I want them guns dusted for prints.
Now, wait a minute, Slade.
Casey, them assholes called each other by their first names. Leroy, Cash, and Charlie. Like they weren't afraid of being made, like they had connections.
Ah, damn you, Slade. Ain't no hood's got connections of this kind. You know I can lock you up.
Go ahead. I'd probably be a lot safer.
Well, I damn well will, unless you got the right answers to a lot of questions. Where'd you take the Claiborne girl after you left the bar?
Senator Claiborne's here, Sheriff.
I'll get you later.
You know where to find me.
Senator Claiborne, I'm Sheriff Casey.
My secretary, Mr. Swanson.
All right.
The janitor you've arrested, I want to see him. Alone.
Yes, sir.
If you're looking for that wrench, Mr. Swanson, Sheriff's been over this place with a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah, I know. He just gave me permission to go through all this stuff.
Maybe I can be of some help. What are you looking for?
Well, you never know what's going to turn up.
Like a tape recording?
I think you better have a talk with my boss.
What do you know about that tape? It's all right, go ahead. I believe your daughter was murdered for it. So do I. And I don't believe it was the janitor. Do you know what was on that tape? No, sir. Does the sheriff? I don't think so. You don't seem like a mere night watchman.
My name is Slade, sir. I'm an ex-cop homicide.
Retired.
Busted. I did time while on parole. I shot a man.
In the line of duty?
In my wife's bed.
I got a letter from my daughter, postmarked the day before she was killed. She was upset about something she'd put on a tape that was stolen. She was afraid the thief would try to blackmail me. Natalie got into trouble when she was 15. I had the option of letting her pay the penalty or buying her out of it. I bought. It was the kind of fix my political enemies could make much of. I want that tape. I don't care how I get it.
If it's evidence in a murder case, Senator, the tape will have to be turned over to the DA.
I'll worry about the DA. As Natalie's father, that tape is now legally my property. I'm not satisfied with the way this case has been handled. I want you to work on it.
I can't do that, sir. I'm a parolee.
Mr. Slade, I have considerable influence in this state. And I can be a generous man when I get what I want. What time are you off duty?
8 a.m., sir.
I'm staying at Colonel Kravitz's cottage on the lake. I'll expect you. Good night.
Mr. Slade. Congratulations. Welcome aboard. Well, you're going to accept now, aren't you?
Did you hear what I said in there?
I'm not sure that's wise, Mr. Slade. I happen to know there's a lot of money in this. A lot more than the senator implied.
Money?
I thought that'd interest you. I suggest you and I get together, have a little cup of coffee, have a little talk. Just between the two of us.
Mr. Swanson, I don't know if you're on the take or just testing me for the senator. But either way, I don't like it. It's when does a legitimate secretary carry an automatic?
You wait till the senator hears about this.
I won't tell him.
Morning. You mean good evening.
Where's Judy?
Playing bridge. Sleep well?
Not too bad.
Your headache better?
It's a little better.
Just how would you like your eggs, Mr. Slade?
All right, Quartz, let's have it.
Well, let's see, sir. Your number of phone calls. Linda Thorpe called to express her concern for your health. And Sheriff Casey called and said he would be desolated if you left town. And Senator Claiborne phoned. He was deeply disappointed that you couldn't make your appointment this morning. And I haven't heard from them 3 lovely assholes that you spent such a lovely evening with last night, though I'm sure that their get-well cards is on the way. And then there were calls from 3 more of your conquests, Arthur King, Professor Mason, and Dr. Pritchett.
What the hell did they want?
It seems their pads were torn apart, and they figured that it was you looking for that tape.
Carl Metterman call?
No, why?
Can I borrow your car?
Sure. Jim, what's going on?
Jim!
Mr. Lamar. Mr. Lamar. Telephone. Mr. Slade.
Yes? I'm sorry to trouble you, Mr. Lamar, but I've been trying to reach Mrs. Thorpe and there's no answer at her house. I thought you might know where I could find her.
Well, I'm looking right at her. Linda, it's for you.
Hello?
Linda, I'm in a jam. Could you meet me in front of the Clemens Motel in 30 minutes?
All right, Jim. He's in some kind of trouble. I'm sorry, I have to go.
Can I be of any help?
Thank you. I think I can handle it. Be back if it's not too late.
What's your motive? Your lights. Linda, I'd like to borrow your car.
Where's yours?
Mine's too easy to spot.
Jim, are you at this again?
Somebody tried to kill me tonight. They got the right car, but the wrong guy was in it. I'm safe as long as they think I'm dead. I've got to lay low.
This time you're going straight to Casey, and I'm going with you.
Like hell I am.
You're making me sound like a broken record, but you're an ex-con on parole.
I break my parole, I do 3 more years. Tonight I damn near did no more years.
Jim, please, if you go on like this, I can't help you.
I'm sorry, Linda, but it's my neck and I've got to do it my way. I'm not going to work tonight.
All right.
Thanks for coming down. I'm sorry I broke your date.
Date?
When I called you with Eddie Lamar.
And that bothers you?
I guess I'm old-fashioned.
Mr. Slade, you're a damn fool. Hello? Yes, Eddie. No, it's too late for that. I'll see you tomorrow. What? Yes, Eddie, I'm going straight to bed.
When you're through with using everybody and his brother, when there's nothing left but losing, come on back where you belong.
Good morning, Senator.
We had an appointment yesterday. I'm afraid it's a little late.
It's later than you think, sir. Your boy Swanson is dead. He was burglarizing everybody who knew Natalie. He wanted to hijack that tape and go into the blackmail business for himself.
Who killed him?
Probably the same people who left this on your mailbox.
Excuse me.
Yes.
It's blackmail, all right.
How much?
$250,000 in cash in exchange for the tape. I'm to be at the Jordan City bus terminal at noon.
This is our chance to nail him.
Yes. Hello? This is Senator Clavin. Who is this? I see. Yes. Yes, I understand. Mr. Slade, I've decided to handle this myself.
Because of that phone call?
I'm going to the bank. I want your word you won't follow me.
All right, Senator. Can I see that note?
The deal's off if I involve anyone else. I think you better go.
All right, sir.
That's the way you want it.
Morning, Sheriff. Didn't hear you knock.
Where's your car, Quartz?
Oh, gee, it's funny you should ask that. It was stole last night.
How come you didn't report it?
What for? Your boys couldn't find a turd in the cow pasture.
Well, we found it all right. And a bullet hole in the windshield, blood on the seat. Slade up there.
Got a search warrant? You touch that phone, I'll get my shotgun. Your status in here is the same as that of a prowler. Excuse me, please. Hello? Oh, yeah. Dean Collins. Yeah, well, he's been a little under the weather, but he'll be back on the job tonight.
Who's there? Casey?
Yes, sir.
I'm at Linda Thorpe's house. Call me back as soon as you shake him.
I'll be glad to do that, Dean. Oh, Jack. I'd like to get my car back before your deputy strip it.
Oh?
Jim, where the hell have you been? That's great. Now you can tail him.
I can't. I promised him I wouldn't.
Well, I didn't. And Claiborne don't know me.
But what about your leg cords?
Jim, I'm tired of just sitting around on my ass. And don't worry about me. I'll be armed.
The note only takes him as far as the bus station. We don't know where he's going from there.
Don't worry. I'll stick to him like plaster.
All right. Keep me posted.
Where do you think you're going with that?
Hunting.
That'll be $1.90.
Vanceville.
Hold it, driver. I'm on the wrong bus.
How did it go, Senator?
Come on in. Well, the bastard's delivered.
Where, sir?
Behind the fireplace in one of those roadside parks. I left the money, drove away, came back in an hour. The money was gone, and this was there. Mr. Slade, you've been very helpful. I'm going to have my office send you a generous check for your time and trouble.
Still got a dead daughter.
I can't bring Natalie back, and neither can you.
I might be able to bring in a killer if I knew what was on that tape.
I think you had better leave.
You wanted that tape bad, Senator. But you wouldn't have paid off unless you knew the blackmailer had it. He had to give you some proof of that. Some proof that he knew what was on that tape. And he did. It was in that payoff note that you wouldn't show me this morning.
You touch that note and I'll kill you.
I never did believe that story of yours about fixing a rap for Natalie. She wouldn't have hated you for that, and she did hate you. She hated you so much she tried to convince herself a couple of other guys were her father.
I love Natalie. She was the only creature on God's earth I've ever loved. Once I thought I loved her stepmother, but I learned to hate her. So did Natalie. The night it happened, I'd been drinking heavily. I did a lot of that in those days. I was in bed. Natalie came in. She took me in her arms to comfort me. I don't know how it happened, but I know that I started to make love to her. But when I realized what I was doing, I stopped. Do you understand? I stopped.
This is Lester Perlman, Dr. Pritchett. Why do I dig that little cheerleader? Why do I hate that big fullback? Last night, I
Paid $250,000 for that tape, Senator. But it's not the one you wanted. They've still got that.
Casey's got a manhunt going for you.
I might as well go in and face him.
What happened?
I just left Claiborne. He paid off, but he got taken.
First, we're going to go home and have some supper. Casey gets his hands on you. God knows when I'll see you again. Hello?
Hello, I want to talk to Mr. Slade.
Who's calling? Jim, Arthur King.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Slade. I know who Natalie's lover was. The key to it isn't that poem she wrote.
Tell me.
No. You meet me and I'll lay it all out for you.
Where are you? Now, you wait there for me. It'll take me about a half an hour. I gotta go.
Where?
Campus post office.
Post office?
Arthur King thinks he knows who Natalie's lover was.
Who?
He didn't say. But he might have something. I'll try to hurry back.
Jim, be careful.
Well, looky here. I finally caught you with your pants down.
Bullshit, I just got here. And suddenly, what the hell are you doing here?
I was cruising. Got a call somebody had a shot here.
Is he dead?
He's dead.
Who is he?
Student, name of Arthur King.
I caught him red-handed messing around with a body.
King phoned me to meet him here. He was dead when I arrived.
Slade? The death rate in this county has tripled since you got here. Von Swanson's body in that motel room? There's a hell of a lot going on. I don't know, but I think you do. But I'm sure as hell gonna find out. You take him in, Virgil.
What's the charge?
Oh! Book him for assaulting an officer. You take his car down and impound it. Here, wait a minute. It's Linda Thorpe's car. Yeah.
That's right, Jack. He had my car. Is there a law against that? You haven't a damn thing on him. I'm his alibi. Arthur King phoned him here. I was with him. Now, I want you to release him at once, or I'm going to start making phone calls.
You've been sprung.
By who?
Okay, Professor.
Who?
All I know is I got orders from the sheriff to let you out.
Come. You want to stay?
Casey?
We were smart to steal a cop car.
Like hell you stole it. Where'd you let you take it before he sprung me?
You see now why we gotta kill him? Oh, Cash. We'll take him back to Nell's place. Come on.
I gotta return Virgil's call. Now, you lay off of him till I get back. He's my meat. Nell?
So this is the stallion that done all of the damage the other night. He don't look like much to me. You boys ought to be ashamed.
Damn it, Nell! You want this half-wit to kill him? Leroy said for us to wait. You turn him loose in the barnyard, I'll give you a show.
You couldn't whip an old cripple. I'd beat you without even working up a sweat.
Cash! You think we all mush brain like Cash? You just a baiting him so we'll turn you loose to fight. We'll just put him on ice till Leroy gets back. Put him in the cellar, boys.
God damn, it's cold. All right, where is he?
In the cellar.
Let's get it over with.
Hell, Leroy, he ain't going no place.
Where's your pals?
He drunk up a storm last night. Didn't hardly give me a drop. But that whole time, I was studying on you. I ain't as dumb as they make out.
Sure you're dumb. Virgil gets the gravy, you guys do all the dirty work.
He don't neither. We got a good deal with Virgil. We can do anything we want to. And we don't get busted just as long as we do a few things for him.
Like what?
You hold still. I'm gonna bust your arm at the elbow. It'll go just like Kenley.
The Royal skin you alive for this.
Uh-huh. I studied on that, too. They want a cripple for the fight. That's just what I'm fixing to give them.
Where's Cash?
He killed Cash. He shot him. Shot him dead.
Get the dog, Charlie. He's in the barn, Leroy. Go in and get him, Charlie.
Damn it, Nail. He's got a gun. He shot Cash. Give me a hand,
Son of a bitch killed a dog.
Get your ass up there. I'll cover the back.
He's in the tractor shed.
Come here. Now give me that bracelet. Now get out of here.
You gonna shoot me in the back?
I'm going to count from 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Morning, Slade. We got a thumbprint off the key to Swanson's motel room. It was yours. You're under arrest.
I just killed 3 men, Casey. I'm in no mood for any of your bullshit. Now, where's Virgil?
Well, he's home, I guess. He's off this morning.
Show me.
God, you're right. He's taken off. Roger. Picked her up outside gas station near the state line. Took a chance letting her go.
I figured she'd be easy to spot. Nobody quite like her. I wanted to give her plenty of time to tip off Virgil.
You want to let me in on the rest of it?
You'll have it all before the day is out. Now quit gabbing, you're gonna lose it.
Slade, you ain't very good company.
Yeah, come on, come on. Don't say a damn word till I talk to my lawyer.
What's the best I can book him for?
Murder. He killed Swanson.
What about him?
Murder. He killed Arthur King. You run a test on those guns, they'll check out. Well, Quartz, it's almost over. I had a lot of time to think last night in that cellar. I could tie Virgil in with those rednecks. But what about Natalie, Arthur King, Swanson? Then it hit me. I knew Virgil went out to Metterman's house that night to shoot me, not Swanson. Somebody set me up. And there was only one man who knew I'd gone out there in your car. It was you, Quartz. I was crazy. It didn't make sense. I tried to lose it in the darkness, but it wouldn't go away. So I went back to the beginning to see if I could make it fit. I started with why you went to Lamar's the night it was held up. Without Judy. It's not your kind of place. Unless you were there for a meeting with one of your partners, Lamar. The holdup was just a bad break. It took you out of action. But with me around, you could still stay on top of every angle. You'd be the first to know if anything went wrong. And I reported to you like an ass-kissing rookie. The jogging is perfect. You came up here early and you stole the tapes, and then you jogged. You had those tapes in your car that morning when you did that little circus act for me. When I found Natalie in the bar that night and brought her back to the campus in hysterics, you were tipped off, and you came up here to calm her down. I figure you didn't mean to kill her, just scare her. But she threatened to blow the whistle. You lost your head. You hit her with a crutch. You're good with those crutches, Quartz. Damn good. Following Claiborne on the payoff trip, that was a nice touch. It really had me fooled. Unless, after you lost him, you got off the bus, went back to your car, and picked up the money in the roadside park where your note told Claiborne to leave it. It was 5 o'clock in the morning by then, and Cash woke me up. I know I'd had a bad dream. But when we took Claiborne's money bag from Lamar this morning, Casey dusted it for prints. It wasn't a dream, Quartz. They were your prints.
You want to advise him of his rights?
You're making the arrest, not me. She's got a new mate. Seems happier.
Yes, they get lonely, even as you and I. What can I do for you, Mr. Slade?
Tell me about Natalie Claiborne.
Told your story, and there's no one left to hear you. When you've used up all your glory, come on back where you belong. Send me a letter, make me feel better. You know you ain't done nothing wrong. Oh. Get up and do it. Ain't nothing to it.
I think this is the one you're looking for.
This is Natalie Claiborne, Doctor. And what I am about to tell you, I have only...
See, you've heard from Minnie Lamar's lawyer.
Yes.
By the way,
Shouldn't have bothered. It isn't worth much.
now how do you like that? I went out and killed 3 men for it. It was all wrapped up this morning. The only problem was how to tell you your boyfriend was a blackmailing murderer. There's one thing that still bothered me. This tape. Not where it was hidden, but who'd gotten close enough to Natalie to get her to make it. It could have been Dr. Pritchett. He could have lied about having played it, faked the burglary. But yesterday morning, Claiborne got a call just after I delivered the blackmail note. And all of a sudden, he wanted to deal me out. It was one of the blackmailers, and they were supposed to think I was dead.
And I was the only one who knew you weren't.
You were Natalie's probation officer. 3 months. You're good at getting close to people. You got close to me in 3 days.
I fell in love.
With who? Me? Eddie Lamar? Quartz? Natalie? When Arthur King called last night, you knew he was onto you. So you called Eddie Lamar after I left, and he got to the kid before I did. Can I mix you one?
Thank you.
He said he knew who Natalie's lover was. The key was in that poem. Janice was a two-faced lover. He told me that. But I couldn't figure Mytilene. I stopped off at Dr. Pritchett's on my way over here. Mytilene is the modern name for the Greek island of Lesbos, where Sappho and her lesbians did their thing. Dr. Pritchett said that because of the experiences with her father, Natalie could be a setup for a relationship with a woman. I know now that the night that I found Natalie here in town, she'd been to see you. Try to get that tape back. So you called one of your boyfriends, Quartz, and you asked him to shut her up. What took me so long to figure you out was those 3 killers jumping the both of us here in this house.
I didn't know they were working for me. And neither did they.
I believe you. Eddie Lamar was your front. Virgil was his stooge. When Virgil busted those 3 hoods for holding up Eddie's place, Eddie dropped the charges in return for a little strong-arm service. Like getting rid of me.
I never wanted that.
Tell me something. Were you and Eddie going to double-cross Quartz?
I thought you had all the answers.
Everybody was in that bed. Victim, the killer, front man, me.
You were the only one that mattered.
Baby, you're the best I've seen.
Thanks. And you're a smart cop. Unfortunately, a smart cop is still just a dumb cop. All you had to do before you ran around arresting everybody this morning was think one step further. You could have had 250 grand. The tape, which Claiborne would have gone right on paying for. And you could have had me. Jesus. That wife of yours must have had it tough up there on that pedestal. You didn't say so, but you were shocked when I told you that I would have stuck with my gangster husband if he treated me decently. What have you got out of all this, Jim? Cops pat on the back? Big deal. You killed 3 bad guys and pinched 3 more.
4. Counting you.
Me? What have I done? I didn't steal any tapes. I didn't kill that girl. I didn't write any blackmail notes or pick up any payoff money. I didn't shoot Arthur King or Swanson. And I didn't pay those rednecks to lean on you last night. Conspiracy. Maybe. But I'll turn state's evidence and I won't serve a day. Morning, Jack.
Morning, Linda.
Forget your manners?
Talk to you. That check Claiborne sent you for destroying the tape?
What about it?
The DA found out you deposited in Judy Willinger's account, Bank of Jordan City.
She's going to need it.
Yeah, sure, but DA don't like it.
To hell with the DA.
Yeah. He says you being the state's star witness and all, that the defense is going to have a field day with you giving money to defendant's wife. He doesn't want to put you on the stand.
To hell with the DA, or did I say that before?
Slade, you don't want to testify against Quarry.
Once a cop, always a cop.
What the hell's that got to do with it?
Casey, you ever notice how lawyers don't like to testify against lawyers? Doctors against doctors? Now, you owe me $10 because the janitor didn't do it. I'll give you 10 to 1 that you don't make much of a witness against Virgil, if you testify at all.
Oh, God damn it, Slade. Come on. I shot the son of a bitch, didn't I?
In the leg, Casey, in the leg. Not between the eyes or in the heart or anywhere near that badge.
Smart cop, Slade.
Somebody once told me that a smart cop is still just a dumb cop.
How'd you like to be one again? I might be able to do something about that parole. Look at Virgil's badge on my desk. Nobody pin it on.
Thanks, Casey. I'll think about it.
Send me a letter, make me feel better. You know you ain't done nothing wrong. Oh, oh. Get up and do it. Ain't nothing to it. Oh, you got a hold, and it's been here all poetry and run, baby. Don't say nothing to your fine friends. Come on back where you belong. Oh, get up and do it. Ain't nothing to it. Just come on back where you belong. Oh, get up and do it. Ain't nothing to it. No, just come on back there where you
The sheriff, the hippie, the senator, the girlfriend, the ex-con.
I know who Natalie's lover was.
Tell me.
Who killed Natalie? Burt Lancaster in The Midnight Man. Rated R.